Farmers, like any other business people, are in a globalized market. To survive, they must sell their produce or buy inputs at competitive prices. Access to reliable and timely market information is therefore key. The information empowers farmers to know who wants to buy or sell, what products or what inputs, and at what price, when and where. What is the quality and how much is available?
The Kenya Agricultural Commodity Exchange, KACE, was launched in 1997 to provide reliable and timely market information. To provide these market linkage services, KACE has developed a market information and linkage system, or MILS, through which it collects, processes, and provides reliable and timely market information on a daily basis.
Tumefaidika sana na maneno ya KACE kwa maana imekuwa ya msaada sana katika biashara yetu hapa Chwele. Imekuwa ni rahisi tukitaka kupata bei ya bidhaa hapo inakuwa ni rahisi, za zingine soko yetu inakataa, na kuna mahali ambapo biashara yetu tunaweza kuuza kitu kwa bei mzuri, tunaenda pale tunapewa tuna find the price na mahali ambapo tunaweza uza hiyo kitu kwa bei mzuri. Tukihitaji kwenda kwa wakulima, kuna wakulima wana advertise pale vitu zao, tunaenda pale tuna find the prices.
Market Information Linkage System, MILS, includes Market Resource Centers, that is MRCs, which are information kiosks in rural areas where farmers visit to receive and provide information.
2411.
Mobile phone SMS with Safaricom Limited, where information is received by mobile subscribers or SMS messages.
Our clients here comprise of local farmers, individual farmers. We have representatives of farmers groups coming in for information. We have representatives of CBOs, that is community-based organizations. We have personnel from the Ministry of Agriculture. We have NGOs whom we collaborate with in providing information to farmers. Farmers come here for more information other than market and marketing information. They look for information such as production, crop production information, animal production, especially things to do with poultry production. They also need information on animal husbandry. We have dairy goats, so they need a lot of information on dairy goats because it is a new practice here, and we have been able to provide that kind of information.
We used to have problems in marketing our produce, where we heard about KACE. We produce onions, kales, tomatoes, and other vegetables. After farming, tunatembelea KACE. We consult them on now the marketing. They assist in now getting the better buyers, and then we inquire on the current prices in market. So I can say after we started connecting with KACE, we have gotten some benefits. Like now I'm able to pay my school fees for my college student. That is my girl, my daughter. I'm able to meet my basic needs. And again, I've been exposed through KACE. So we have been able to do farming for business.
There's a case whereby these youth have come together in a place known as Namubira. They produce a lot of tomatoes. We link them to the market. The brokers went there, offered them 600 shillings per crate of 64 kilos. But because we have trained these youth, using the SMS, they were able to get information about the prices. And we advised them to not release the tomatoes because the market price was 1,200. Now, at the end of the day, when the brokers realized that these farmers, somebody's going to pay 1,200 for a crate of tomato, and we had advertised to Trusoke 1, a buyer from Kisumu offered 1,200. So the brokers came and said, no, now we'll offer a price of 1,600. Now another buyer from Eldoret offered a price of 800. So the brokers themselves now pushed the price to 2,000 per crate.
Huwa tunatumia SMS kutafuta bei mzuri ya bidhaa yetu, alafu tunauza bidhaa yetu kwa bei mzuri.
There is also the internet, where receivers in an electronic database receive information as email messages every day. KACE has a partnership with Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, the national broadcasting station, and West FM, through which price information is broadcast, often in local languages.
Our Soko Hewani program was started in October 2006, and to date we've run about 121 programs. And since inception, being a new idea of marketing agricultural commodities,
and therefore it really becomes a very effective way of communicating to the rural masses, because it's literally the only high-tech source of information. So we are very grateful and we're very proud to be associated with KACE, with this Soko Hewani program. This collaboration, we are looking forward to continuing and maybe expanding the reach of Soko Hewani, so that most of the smallholder farmers can benefit from it.
Soko Hewani imenisaidia kwa sababu mwaka jana tulilima nyanya tukakosa soko, na vile tuliita watu ya Soko Hewani walikuja hapa na wakapeleka sauti kwa Soko Hewani, na wateja wakaingia mara moja, hata nyanya tuliuza kwa bei nzuri. Sasa kwa wakati huu nina ng'ombe ya maziwa, nina ndume, hata mimi nilikuwa na bibi, nilikuwa sijaoa. Hata wazazi wa bibi walikuwa wanataka kuninyang'anya bibi, lakini kwa bahati mzuri nikalima nyanya nikapata pesa, nikanunulia ng'ombe 6, pia wakafurahi. Hata saa hizi ninakaa na bibi yangu bila deni, hata saa hii wanisumbua.
Wale ambao hawajajua mambo ya Soko Hewani, ninawaomba waende karibu. Wanapotangaza ama waende katika soko za karibu kama Chwele, wasikize Soko Hewani na watafaidika, manake pale ndio utaambiwa bei kamili ambayo watauza mazao yao. Faida ambayo nilipata kutokana na vile bei ilipanda juu, ndipo nikajenga ile nyumba ambayo unaiona mahali pale. Maisha imebadilika kwa sababu hivi sasa hata watoto ambao ninakaa nao wengine nimepeleka private school academy, wanasoma huko.
The Central Information Hub is located in Westlands area of Nairobi City. This is the nerve center of KACE Market Information System. The hub receives, processes, updates, and disseminates the information daily through various channels.
The IT department is the home to Kenya Agricultural Commodity Exchange Market Information and Linkage System mills. This is where information is processed and disseminated to our various mills. These systems include the RECOTIS, the Regional Commodity and Trade Information System. We also disseminate through our website, kasekenya.com. We also send it to SMS Sokoni and send it to the radio programs.
Experience shows that farmers using KACE mills get higher prices for their produce while paying lower prices for their inputs, thus increasing their incomes.
Tulipokuwa tujashirikiana na KACE ilikuwa ni chini sana, kwa sababu crate ya 64 kilos ilikuwa inaenda paka 150. Lakini tangu KACE ije, bei ya chini kabisa imekuwa shilingi 800. Lakini bei ya juu zaidi kama msimu uliopita, mwaka uliopita msimu wa kwanza, tulienda mpaka 3500. Sababu nyanya ilikuwa inahitajika na mahali pengine katika nchi yetu ya Kenya ilikuwa nyanya hakuna. Tukaona uzuri wa KACE sasa. Nafurahia KACE kwa sababu nimeweza kujenga nyumba ambayo ninajifunia, pia nina biashara. Tukiendelea na hii kazi ambayo naona kama ina malipo mazuri, naweza kuhama kutoka mahali pale niweze kununua shamba na kujenga.
Nimefaidika kwa njia mingi kabisa, kwa sababu tulikuwa tunasumbukana kutafuta soko, lakini kwa saa hii nikitoka tu nyumbani naingia sokoni na nauza vitu yangu immediately, huwa ikai
na tunapata tena wateja wengi kwa sababu vitu yetu huwa tunatangaza hapo kwa ubao na kwa redio na vitu zetu zinaenda kwa haraka.
Because farmers are willing to pay for services that benefit them, KACE is using this lesson to franchise MRCs to the local entrepreneurs and develop a wider range of marketing services in rural areas.
There are two ways within which we get our revenue. First, we get our revenue through the placement fee, which is 100 shillings per commodity. And the other bit is that once the client has given us the opportunity to be able to transact within our system, it will attract 2.5% to 5% depending on the quantity of the commodity involved.
When we help the farmer or the trader to get a commodity or get a price, we stick to the principle of earning a commission. For example, I had a farmer who wanted to sell some commodity. He offered at a price of 1,000. By the end of the day, we were able to achieve 5,000 shillings per ton. So when the farmer came back here and told us, have you sold my cow dung? And we said, look, we sold your cow dung, but here is your 25,000 shillings. The man was surprised that he wanted 5,000 in total, he's getting 25,000. Out of that, he gave us a commission. That person today, even if he wants to sell a kilo of maize, he'll still come to our office first before he does anything.
Though the KACE model has been replicated in other countries like Malawi, Uganda, Ethiopia, Ghana and Nigeria, many challenges remain.
This shows us that the KACE model has value to rural users, especially smallholder farmers. However, as KACE, we face various challenges. These include the high cost of applying information and communication technologies. The mobile phone is still an expensive technology to rural farmers. We have still a poor ICT infrastructure in our rural areas. In addition, there is still a high ICT illiteracy among our users. Many farmers are, of course, not able to read or write or use a mobile phone to be able to access our market information. There is generally a poor fiscal and financial infrastructure in our rural areas, which often makes it difficult for farmers to access markets, even when those markets provide higher prices for their produce. And of course, we have unpredictable government policies. For instance, the government can wake up one day and ban selling of a commodity like maize, or importing this commodity from a neighboring country which may have it in excess. Or the government may ban exports of this commodity to neighboring countries even when they are offering higher prices. And this affects our activities.
Apart from carrying out capacity building activities for farmers, KACE has put in place a number of initiatives to address some of these challenges.
Using the lessons that we have learned now, our future plans include to work with smallholder farmers and help them to bulk the volumes to access this warehouse receipt system. The advantages of the warehouse receipt system are that a farmer can store the produce and get a warehouse receipt. And this receipt can enable this farmer to go to a bank and get cash for the commodity that is in storage, waiting for a better price in future. But in future, when farmers have learned to supply large volumes of commodities, at that time they will be ready to use or to trade in a true agricultural commodity exchange. And that is where now KACE can be a true agricultural commodity exchange. So then in the future, therefore, bulking inputs, bulking outputs, and developing a real commodity exchange for farmers in this country.
For sustainability, KACE charges modest fees and commissions for services it provides to supplement donor funding from the following organizations: